Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to edit Gamecube saves for Animal Crossing. So if you are using Dolphine, this will be really easy, but if you're using your original Gamecube save from a Gamecube or Wii, you will have to mod it to get that save onto your computer. So just first off, the software we're going to be using is from this guy, and it's called ACSE. And I'll leave the link in the description, but you don't want this. I was downloading this file thinking like this was it, but just go over to tags right here, and then these are all the versions. I recommend 4.1, that's the one I use. Just hit that and then hit the zip, and that'll download it. So just open that up in your folder and extract it, and then you can delete this. And once you have here, these are all the resources. Just open this up and this will start the application. But first you need your save, so we're just going to close that, and you're going to need Dolphine for this, but I'm assuming most people have that. So once in Dolphine, just go to Tools and then Memory Card, and then open up your memory card that you've been using with your save file. And this is the town that I'm going to be using. So if I needed this, I would just go over to export and export at .gci, and then close that. Once you have that, just put it on like your desktop, whatever, and then back in this application, go to open, and then we're just gonna find the file. So I have mine in this, and I recommend making a lot of backups when you make changes, because you don't want to make a change, forget what it was, and then have a broken file. So this is the one I'm going to be using. Alright, so I'm just going to go through all the windows and how to change stuff. Right clicking will take the item. So say right now in my inventory 30,000 bells, you can see right here it changed to 30,000, and then I can start moving it around. Golden shovel, fill my inventory with golden shovels. So right now this is the name, and these can edit any game file except for New Horizons. This is what your wallet, so any of these changes super easy to change. Your savings will only change once you paid off all your debt. Then gender, you can change your gender, and your face, whichever face you want. You can make it a permanent like bee sting, whatever. You can change your birthday, and in the Gamecube, it doesn't have a date, it's just which month you'll get in the mail. In the bottom right, you can fill your catalog, fill song, but also clear it. So if you do something you don't want, you can go back. Then, of course, Animal Crossing, you could only wear the shirt. So then you can change your inventory. And this is a part that I really dislike, but the way you get items is this super long list of all the items and stuff, and it's pretty hard to find stuff, but you can use item IDs to help that, but it's pretty difficult, and I'll show you a trick later. So this is your map that you'll be editing, and basically what I was using was I wanted to recreate the map from Super Mega's video Borat, and it was honestly pretty easy because there are only 3 variations of each like main building, and so basically I was just rewatching their videos, figuring out which stumps and pebble paths they had, and this is a 1-to-1 recreation of it. So say I wanted to take this good example of wooden bridge, just right click it, and that'll bring you to the selection of river acres, and then left click to place it down. And you also have to keep in mind right here your acre height. I recommend checking on what acre height. You can see by right clicking, the one on your like train station is at the second, and then the one below it when you go down the ramp is on the very bottom. So just keep in mind, even ones with cliffs like that, it's going to be the bottom one. And then the ones on the edge corner maps, those will be the same height as whichever one. You can see that the cliff is the same height right there. That's pretty much it. So next, town map. This is where you're going to be placing items. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. So I just placed down a bunch of bells to start it off, but you don't really want to mess around with post office and stuff like that because you could break it. But yeah, basically just putting down maps. I will say this: if you're gonna put down fruit trees, make sure that you have the actual tree thing. So palm tree with fruit is right here. You might do fully grown palm tree and think that's right, but as you can see, that one actually does work. But some of the other ones, it'll just be a stump or something like that. And we'll get into villagers later on. The town misc. So this is just a town name, the grass type, weather, and your native fruit. That should actually be cherry. Just gonna save it. Brick station. So this is your different train stations, changing the color of the roof and stuff. Not much. And then to the right, you have your stock market, all the trends, stuff like that. Then villagers, it can get finicky. Basically, just quickly, the last one is your island villager, and then the first 5 are just villagers. So if I were to change this from Elmer to anything else, like Ed, it'll say, can't find a valid house for Ed. It will choose a random signpost. Basically, it's choosing a random signpost, like right here. So it might be right here or not. But we can also see Sally's house. We'll just get that item. Sally is one of my villagers right here. And so when I change that to when I place this block right here for Sally's house, it will assign it to that. So if you just want your villagers to be random, I wouldn't put these and just leave them as signboards. But if you want Sally to have a specific house, then just put that there. Shops, there's nothing in shops. Oh, and one thing about villagers is you will have to change their personalities and their shirts if you change them, because they'll remain the default. Then your house, make sure you have the right house. Houses selection is in the bottom left. So this one is the actual house, and you can just fill the first floor, bells, just like that. And then editing your island, not really much you need to do here. And then patterns. The patterns, honestly, super easy when you want to import something. Like say, let's import, and you just need like a photo with the same dimensions, and it'll bring it in. But make sure you have the right color palette on, or as you can see, it'll be messed up. It should look like this, but it's looking like this. So that's pretty much it. When you're done, you just hit save. You don't need to export it at all. And just go to where you're saving them. So here's my save file. When you want to bring it back into Dolphine, just go to tools, memory card, delete the save file that you have, and then hit import, and then find the file that you're going to be using. I'm not going to do that because I still want to use that. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to get to them.